Hi, welcome back to the season finale of our build swap. I'm here with Jake Jemsen.
Hello.
And the map maker, Teddy Radko.
Hello.
Oh, it's so good to have you on here, Teddy.
Yes.
Yes, thanks for having me back after that last debacle of a episode.
Teddy, we want to know your thoughts. I should hit the play button, shouldn't I? Yeah. On what we did to your map, especially what Jake did to your map, running these huge highways through.
It's beautiful.
So let's go over here. This is where we started, and he actually changed this to plazas and promenades just recently, I think, last episode.
Yep.
Oh.
And he broke the game, too.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I like the colorful buildings on waterfront. That's really nice. That's like... So I didn't even think about plazas and promenades for that. Like, really gives me some kind of Caribbean or Brazilian sort of beach vibe.
I'm just giving new ideas all the time, aren't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's stuttering a little bit, I think I left my F10 on. I should probably reset
Turn that down.
Yeah, let me do that because I don't want to stutter. There we go. Is that better? Smoother?
It's much smoother.
Sorry about that, guys.
Don't worry about it.
So we built all in through here. And
Tiny little downtown I added there.
Ah, that's nice though. Yeah.
The colors seem a little off too. I don't know why, but
Just roll with it.
Yeah, that's something we've had a little bit of issues with is the LUTs, only because of the updates and different things not working properly, but you know.
Yeah, I've been sort of not really losing, but I've been struggling with that as well recently. It's a lot of mods have updated, and we need to sort of change what mods we use, and so I can relate to that. It's been, my cities don't look as they used to because I need to put in the time to actually go in and figure out the graphic settings again, and it's fine, you know.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So Jake built this amusement park on the water here. Which came out really nice, yeah.
Yeah, I like it, like with all the trees, like sort of really feels...
I know, we even got the roller coaster, which is quite large, but it fit in there.
Yeah, it feels really realistic, like in a way, like really fits in. Like even though these assets are a little bit weird, the vanilla amusement park assets are a little bit weird, especially the roller coaster, but I think you did a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
Then let's see, let's come over this way because you did
Is this gonna be like Grahtles showing me everything that Jake did that she thinks I will hate, and I will actually just that's great.
Yes,
I love it.
Probably, you know, because he used the invisible paths, which actually came out really nice. Except for when he was putting these beach umbrellas in, he was copy and pasting them, and I had to keep telling him to delete some so they didn't all look the same. So but it was okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And there was a whole traffic issue down here, but it's cleared up.
Yeah, because of the highway. You're welcome.
The highway.
We have ships coming in and ferries.
Oh, ferries. Nice.
Yeah, we have the ferries going back and forth to the college, which is over here.
Ooh.
So we put the...
Ooh, I like that. I didn't
building over here.
I didn't see that coming, but that's a pretty good idea, actually.
And then we have the college on the beach over here.
With a Ferris wheel and another amusement park ride. Don't ask me why that's there.
Because college students need an outlet. So there they go. They got their volleyball. They got a little bit of entertainment. And they ferry back and forth to school. And I don't know why that's popped up like that. It shouldn't be. Somehow that's broken. That should not be.
That's the theme of our maps. Everything broke.
Oh, no. It's fine.
So, where else did Jake build out? Let's see.
I built out a lot.
Yeah. All these spaces, like, within here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. No, you can't. But along the edge of the coast here, this was all Jake building out the population. So,
it's difficult to do.
All these sort of going into all these crevices and, like, I guess valleys.
Yeah.
I guess smaller valleys. Like, that's what makes it look like a lot more realistic. It makes it look more like Hong Kong or some place like that, because I'm getting like a lot of like Hong Kong sort of resemblance, which is very cool, which is also one of the things I wanted to maybe this map, like what I thought this map would be good for, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
and
kind
I
of what
mean,
I was
that's-
thinking too.
Yeah, you built
tropical
out.
late,
You built
not
out
necessarily
all this too.
Japanese, but like it could be any kind of sort of very dense sort of East Asian location. It could be Singapore, Korea, it could be China, Hong Kong.
Yeah. And the thing I tried to do when I was building out is I didn't want to flatten any of the terrain. I just wanted to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some of the farming here. Up
That's
here
so
was a
cool,
challenge
actually.
with the forestry. So he did the roads up here because this was really tough to get up here.
You made it too steep.
Well, I was nervous. I think it was like the second episode we ever did, and I was so nervous. And I was like, oh, God, I can't do this. But yeah, we have the whole forestry industry up here.
Oh, that's so cool how it works on the slopes and just conforms.
Yeah.
That was
I
not...
didn't even think
see the
about
road
that.
up here.
It looks very good. Like it's very realistic as well. Like in many places, the sort of productive forest or like the sort of industrial forest would be in a very inaccessible locations. So
Well, that's where I got the inspiration from. I was playing American Truck Simulator and there was a road
Ah,
that went up
yeah.
the mountain, and it was a forestry industry at
Yep.
the top of a mountain.
oh yeah.
That's where this came from.
I did flatten the land, though. I am sorry. Over here, we needed a city, and I was going to try, and I just could not build it on the thing. I was like, all right, I'm just going to flatten it. So I did get this in, and I did a city park, and Jake fixed this interchange here because I messed it up and made it backwards. So
I made a super highway.
I had left-hand traffic somehow in mind, I guess. But yeah, he over-engineered it again.
What do you... Traffic is flawless.
It is flawless. I mean, the traffic is moving quite well.
I will forgive you for flattening. It was worth it. It looks good. It's like a really nice sort of... I mean, and land reclamation is another thing like you see it a lot in places like Hong Kong and in Japan and Korea and all these places I mentioned earlier. Like land reclamation is like almost central to like when you run out of buildable land, natural buildable lands, like you'd have to just create more. And
I
usually
would say that's the only bit of land that we actually
No.
flattened.
Go to the airport.
I can
Well,
see,
no, that was added later, and that was that was
That's
not,
land reclamation.
Yes, but we took the dirt from here and added it here.
yes,
Technically, as a city, if we were going to
Yeah.
do it, that's where we got the dirt from there
Yeah,
and
but-
added it there. So we'll go to the airport.
I love the City Skylines idea of like taking the dirt from somewhere and putting it. Like I love that, caring about that stuff. It's very nerdy, but
Yeah,
absolutely.
because this didn't exist.
Yeah.
This was just a coast here. So yeah, we took the soil. That's in my head as, we're planners of the city, and we utilized it.
Yeah.
So
That's fair. That's completely
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, you have mountains, you have hills, you have stuff you can sort of dig into and cut out of and put it somewhere to fill in and create new land. So
yeah, it was. This was fun. I enjoyed making the airport.
this is a very unique and very cool airport, by the way. I really love it.
Oh, thank you.
Grahtles is so good at airports. Like, I don't know what it is.
Oh, thank you.
Usually I would like look at those like the trees next to the taxiways and think like it's a bit unrealistic and something like that, or like I don't like it, but I think it works really well here. It really sort of sells the idea that the runway is a separate thing and you have to taxi for ages until you get to it.
Right.
Like it really sort of
Yeah, I kept them off the runway, obviously.
yeah,
The-
but it's kind of beautiful. Like I love it.
Aw, thank you. They're working.
I
So
think my favorite part of this map is everywhere we look, we can see my super highway.
Oh yeah, that is something that you can see, but it does look good. I'll
It does
give you
look
it.
very good.
It looks super
Connects
good.
everything. Yeah, and it connects everything. And like, look, you can see all the.
Yeah, it goes through and it tunnels underneath the really steep areas, and no, it does look good.
And I love we were talking one day, Teddy, and I was talking to you about these highways, and you brought up your map, and you just started laying out exactly how you would do it.
Oh
and
yeah.
by the time you were done, I said, "That's exactly how I did it, Teddy."
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you did.
It's the natural sort of it. There's only one way to do it. When you think about it for 15 minutes, there's only one. There's more than one way, but.
There's Jake's prison. You made a prison up here.
Alcatraz of the hill.
Yep. So that works.
Looks so good. With all those switchback roads as well. Like, it looks so good and looks so fun.
Yeah,
Like, adds so
comes
much
out.
detail to the.
And
Those are difficult to do.
And when you think about it as a prison, I mean, there's nothing built on here, so that's good. You know, it makes them, if they escape, have quite a long trip to go before, you know. So, yeah, Jake filled in this area down here.
Yeah.
I don't know why he built on this, but that's beside the point.
The rich people houses.
Okay.
I kind of
They
like
get
it.
the beach.
Yeah. It reminds me a bit of like, I don't know, it's Saint Martin, and like in the Caribbean, you have this sort of lagoons and
Oh yeah, that's true.
like thin lagoons of like land between the ocean and or like you have a lagoon inside, and then you have the ocean, and in between it you basically have small towns. There's plenty of places like that, but it looks pretty good actually. I would probably do something similar now that I've seen you guys do it.
The one thing I didn't want to do is mess up your vineyards on the side of the hills.
Oh yeah.
Those aren't vineyards. Those, I mean, they don't really look the part, but those are supposed to be like terraced rice farms, or like some kind of terrace.
Oh, nice.
I didn't want to mess those up at all. I thought those were so cool. I just left them the way it was.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Those were. I'm not. Yeah.
No, they came out nice.
They are very interesting, but I still feel like there might be better ways to do them. So I'm gonna
keep working on it.
Keep working on it and see what I come up with. Oh my God, that view of that sort of extremely. The slope here is very big. You cannot.
The roads are switchbacking all the way up.
And you this is Hong Kong though. Like I've been to Hong Kong, and literally this is sort of what you can expect from some parts of the town.
Yeah, you did a really good job on that.
Yeah, did a really good job here.
I was trying to capture that Hong Kong vibe here.
It looks good too with the big buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
I would never have expected to try it, or like I would never thought about it, but
yeah, no, it came out really well. I like this part. And last but not least, I put in a zoo last week. So yeah, over here we did a zoo. And we added quite a bit of stuff to it too. So here we used the unique building. Down in here we used the nature reserve and the city park with the climbing frames. We got like the insect and birds. I made a lake.
Nice to mix the park types. That's really...
Yeah, we even used plazas and promenades down in here. So we got a couple little odds and ends in there. It's like an eating area, but overall, yeah, I enjoyed making the lakes. And we used the park maintenance building as probably for the zookeepers and the park maintenance guys. So they have their own little private gate to get in here to the zoo.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually a good call. That works really well. Like a back end kind of.
Yeah, I always like a little bit more. Like you get the park assets, but you don't get like a park maintenance building or where they would keep and stuff. And it is nice. I think Raid Kitty used a couple of things like this when we did Ladies in the City, and she made this beautiful zoo on there, and it gave me so many ideas. I was like, wow. So yeah, I do try to experiment more with different assets to really build the park out.
I love how you integrated the beach as well into the paths, because those paths they have a sort of same color as the beach, so
Yes.
it looks like the paths just sort of go to the beach and then they just melt together with the sand a bit.
Yes.
I kind of like that. I like
So this map was our favorite. We have to say it, because both of us really was like, oh, we're getting Namitsu-Jima this week. So, not that we didn't love the Grand Canyon, but this one was just. I think you got a mix of beauty with the greenery and the hills and the challenge. We did like the challenge of trying to incorporate like a city in this.
Yeah.
So that was this is a beautiful map.
I think I agree. Like, this is the map I want to play the most on myself, and like want to sort of build a city on. The Grand Canyon map is great, but it's very much like sort of a proof of concept, like quirky, very specific. I don't know. I think I would if I were to play like that map, I would try to make basically just a national park and just make a small village or some kind of attraction, and then that would be all of it.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting too, though.
That does.
Whereas here, like, you're sort of, or at least I'm inspired to make maybe a full city and see where it goes. So
yeah.
Is there anything on this map that you want to get a closer look at?
Yeah.
Wait, let's see.
Let's zoom out.
I think that the highway kind of deserves like the super highway kind of deserves driving videos.
Oh
I
yeah.
already made one.
Oh,
Did you?
I made one.
Nice.
You'll have to go watch it.
Yes.
But we could take
I'll
a little.
send you the link.
Yeah, we'll
yes,
take
please,
a little
please.
roll, but yeah, it starts here and we come around. Comes around this way. And it loops around the college.
I wanted to keep the superhighway elevated, kind of like Hawaii did with theirs.
Yeah, keeping it as at a separate sort of elevation. That's or like at the same sort of relative height, so it follows the height curves.
I do like the split here.
That split is actually pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the split there. And then it splits again here because it goes this way and it goes this way. So this way, and then this splits off onto that way and that way. And that takes you all the way around.
I love that location for a bridge as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Because, yeah, and that's another like sort of reason why the land reclamation there was good, because that means if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't probably need a bridge here. Then it wouldn't make sense. But now that you have this massive city, or like massive sort of this downtown skyscraper city, you kind of need the extra connection. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it does come around all the way around this way. And it goes through
these back areas here. I still couldn't figure out how even this is very tricky to connect.
It was.
Yeah. Jake, whenever Jake got this map, he would work for hours behind the scenes on it. And he would just have a ball with it. He'd be like, you got to see what I did. And I'd be like, all right, show me. And he'd share his screen with me. And he's like, look. And I'd be like, oh my God, Jake, what did you do?
Yeah.
He really blew it up a lot. So
zooming on that interchange there. That's a crazy one there.
That interchange there looks insane. I'm kind of interested in it as well.
Yeah, there you go.
See if you can make heads or tails of it.
Good luck with that.
I know I like it. I like the sort of different levels. There's the old infrastructure, the tunnel, the built into the map stuff, and then just all the layers above it.
Yep.
That's
this one
very
right.
Cool.
You might have to download this map just to explore it.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, that could be.
Right
are you considering like uploading the maps?
We are.
Nice.
We're going to.
Although we could give you the save.
Yeah, we could just give you the save right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I would appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right.
Might keep you up all night then.
Yeah, I'm probably going to. It's like, what's 20 minutes to 2.
Well, sorry
Oh,
for keeping you awake, man.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you for being on Build Swap with us.
Yes,
we really
thanks for
appreciate
having me, and thanks for sticking with and playing like really hardcore playing these maps. It's not often like I get like goosebumps seeing it.
Aw. We enjoyed it. We really did. It was very for our first season. This was like the 2 best maps we could have picked because it was super challenging on both ends, and just swapping maps back and forth with different styles was interesting and different, and we want to do it again. I think we've already picked 2 new maps that we're going to do season 2 with.
Is it secret?
No.
Nope.
It's Larry
We announced
Skylines.
it.
So Larry Skylines has the road home, I think it is, and the dragon.
The dragon.
And
The
we're gonna use those 2 for our next build swap.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I make a cameo on one of them.
Oh,
kind of.
Yes. I do know that. It's a secret. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll put your links in the description. And
Thank you for building these beautiful maps.
yes, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And I'm gonna say bye.
Bye.
Bye.